How to spot a narcissist and actually get out of a narcissistic relationship. Hey guys, I'm going to tell you everything about narcissistic relationships and how to escape them. I know there's a lot of controversial on social media how to actually spot a narcissist, how to get out of a narcissistic relationship, and how to reclaim your own power. So I want to tell you that I was actually in a narcissistic relationship and made it out. I have had several narcissistic relationships in my life, in my family, whereas in my love life. So you guys actually know what I'm talking about, and I will make this a whole series on how to spot a narcissist in a relationship and how to spot narcissistic behavior in family relationships. So there are some differences I will tell you about. This video is about romantic relationships and narcissism. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So what you have to know is that narcissists actually spot their victims. So if you have been a victim of a narcissistic relationship, I sadly have to tell you that the narcissist saw in you, because they will not go like to any person, and a person with a lot of self-worth, with a lot of confidence, because it will scare them off. So the first thing you have to remember is that narcissists often meet you in a state in your life where you're not the most stable. So let's say a loved one just died, or you have lost your job, or you don't feel confident in your own skin. Those are situations narcissists really love, because your energy is low, you're not like the person you usually are. So in my situation, it was just COVID, and I was alone a lot of the times, and my beloved grandmother passed away. So I was in a state where I was not really myself, and I was looking for some stability in my life, and I was looking for love in my life, and I was really vulnerable. So the first thing you have to remember is, which kind of state were you in when this person came into your life? Because as I told you, looking back, I thought, like, how did I even tolerate a person to treat me like this? So looking back, I realized that I was really vulnerable at that time, and I really needed somebody to pick me up and to make me feel loved. So this is actually the first answer you can give yourself, is that you actually were in need. It's not you, it's not who you are. You are not a born victim, you're just a victim of your circumstances. So you have to remember that it's not your fault, it's just life, and somebody actually came into your life and he was taking advantage of your situation. So the first thing is, you're not a victim, you were a victim of your circumstances. So a narcissistic person comes into your life and they know you're vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, you tend to talk a lot, and you tend to open up, and you tend to give away information you wouldn't in, like, let's say, a normal situation. So they can look deeply into your emotional state, and they can look, okay, where is this person hurting? And narcissistic people love to go on that point. Let's say you have issues with the way you look, and they will always make a little bit fun of the way you look, so you get more insecure and insecure and insecure. So they will come into your life and they will have like deep talk conversations, and they will make you feel so understood, and they will tell you stories out of their lives, when they tell you, oh, we're the same, you know, this and that happened to me too, and I feel like that too, so we must be soulmates. And this is the second thing you have to look out. Narcissistic people love terms like soulmate, twin flame, karmic partner, whatsoever, because later on, if the real abuse starts, they will always say, oh, you know, we're having hard times because you're soulmates. Oh, we're having hard times because we're twin flames, because our souls are so much alike, and we are like destined to have a hard relationship. And this is just a testing of the universe. So this is a thing you have to spot. Like, overall, blaming spirituality or religion on the way they treat you. So this has to happen because we're destined to fight. We're destined to have a hard time. This is something that narcissistic people love because it completely shifts your reality. So they come into your life and they want to shift your reality that you're destined to suffer. This is normal. This is a good thing. This is just real love. You just didn't know what real love was before them. So they will make you question your reality. They will make you question your beliefs. And looking back, you will think to yourself, okay, how did I even tolerate that? And this is because they have completely shifted your personality. Let's say, as I told you, you are in a vulnerable position and this person comes into your life and takes away everything you've known, all your beliefs, and completely observes you in their world. And now, when they have actually managed to drag you into their world, this is when the real abuse starts. Because after time and time, they will tell you, okay, you know what, we are destined to be more and we're destined to be together. So why are you with your family? This person doesn't want you any good. So they will use people you have actually loved against you. And this doesn't happen overnight. It will take some months, even years, when this person will come closer and closer and actually drag you away from friends and family. And oftentimes you will hear sentences like, oh, don't you see that this person doesn't do you any good? Or this friend is jealous of you, or you're destined to do more in your life while you're actually hanging with those people. I will do you better. And I'm the only person telling you this. I'm the only person saving you. So they will actually try to drag you out of your, let's say, of your world. They will drag you out of everything you have known to make you even more vulnerable. So they will tell you stuff like, oh, don't you see that this girl is jealous of you? Don't you see that this friend doesn't do you any good? I think she's talking behind your back. Your mother doesn't want the best for you. She's jealous of you. Your dad is a narcissist. So they will often try to blame other people for your situation. Remember that. They will blame other people for your bad situation. And the only holy savior is this narcissistic person. The only person who has actually loved you, the only person who sees you for the person you are and is destined to come in your life. And they are the ones that will save you. They are the ones that will make your life better, and you haven't seen it before. And it's so good that we met at this kind of low point in your life because I will elevate your life. So they would take your situation, blame others, and make themselves so high and will make themselves the savior you have needed. So eventually, over time, if you hear that on a daily basis, you will start to believe, okay, let's see, I was feeling really down. So this person came into my life and gave me all the answers I needed why I was feeling so bad. So over time, you will cut contact, or even if you are with a more violent person of a narcissist, they will even not let you contact your friends anymore. So maybe they're checking your phone, listening to phone calls, and after that making you feel bad to still be talking to those people. And they will blame you with sentences like, yeah, don't you love me? Why are you doing that if you love me? So sentences like that, watch out for that. And in this kind of like time, they will love bomb you. Actually, they will love bomb you from the start, which means they will overdo presence, they will overdo dates, they will overdo the kind of like attention you're getting. They will text you nonstop. They will plan vacations, dinners, dates, whatsoever, or pay special attention to your interests because they're listening so closely and they're thinking to yourself, okay, how can I win her? Let's see, she's vulnerable. I will make her feel loved the way she's never been. I will make her feel so loved like she's never felt love before. And I will pay as much interest in her as nobody has before. And I will be that kind of like exception in her world. So she thinks I am actually her savior. And they will send you flowers, give you gifts, whatever, overdo everything. Maybe tell you I love you way before it's like considered a normal amount of time that you have spent together. And all of that rushing is actually for you to feel even more loved, to feel so worthy and loved that you actually let yourself fall completely in their reality, to actually question everything you have known about love before, and actually manifesting this kind of thought that this person is my savior, this person is my soulmate, and I'm destined to be with him. And it's normal to rush things, and it's normal to, let's say, move cities, to give up my apartment, to give up my work even, because this is what you do for love, and you have to sacrifice anything for love and everything for love. So you will, in the first time, you may have a good time, and you may just from time to time have like certain doubts when it comes to your vulnerability, because they will want to talk a lot about your past. They want to know everything about your past. They want to know what hurt you before, your story, your kind of like insecurities, and let's say also your dark side. So they will completely crawl into you and get to know you from head to toe, I would say. So they will try to actually read you in any situation. And if they have done that, the love bombing phase will eventually fade. So let's say the next stage we're entering is the on-off stage. Let's say when you're actually in the world and you have cut contact with the people you love, you may have given up your hobbies or everything you have loved. You're actually very dependent on that person. And if you are in that stage, they can actually drag you from left to right, and you cannot say anything because you are depending on their love. Your mood is their mood. And this is when they would start to play games on you and even shift your reality, because now you're their victim. You're living in their world, you're not living in your world anymore, and they can do anything and everything of you. And you have to know that narcissists are living off your energy, they're living off your attention, and they're living for that kind of like feeling of manipulation. So they live off the thought of knowing that they can do anything and everything with you. And it may start with little things. Let's say you've loved, like for me, I have always loved to drink coffee. Like, it's my obsession. I loved it. And I think there's no like reason why not to drink coffee. Like, I've not overdone it. I just like my morning coffee. And this person came into my life and told me, no, you should not drink coffee because you're so hyperactive. If you drink coffee, you're even more hyperactive, and I cannot deal with that. So don't do it. And I was thinking, okay, it's just a coffee and I love it, so why would you forbid it? And he would just insist on not drinking coffee more and more and more and more until I was actually stopping it because I could not take this conversation anymore. So I slowly gave up little things I liked just to not have a conversation about that anymore. And they actually go very statistic. So if they see, okay, she gives up drinking coffee for me, what's the next stage? What can I actually take from her? So I have had a little thing that she gave up. What's the next thing she can give up? Will she give up her home? Will she give up her work? What's the next thing I can take from her? And this is how they proceed. And it's such a slow process that you would not like get aware of it because you're in love with that person and you're thinking, okay, this person will not do me any bad, so he doesn't want me to drink coffee. Maybe I am too hyperactive. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe I am the crazy one. And this is where gaslighting actually comes into your relationship. See, for you to give up something you love, you have to shift their reality. So they would tell you things like, oh, you're crazy. Don't you see that everybody sees it? You don't see it. Nobody has told you before, but I'm the I'm the first person to tell you because I love you. You should actually give up this and that. It doesn't do you any good. So they actually shift your reality, and to make it feel normal to you to give up things, and to actually be thankful for this person to tell you what's wrong with you, because nobody will tell you except me. I'm the only person who loves you so much to tell you all those things everybody was thinking about you and not telling you. So they will gaslight their way into your head slowly. So let's say the first thing you have to give up is drinking coffee, or let's say you like to go to the gym and they will tell you, oh, it doesn't do you any good, or this person doesn't do you any good. Don't you see that X, Y, Z? So it's never without a reason, and they're really doing it really well because they actually want you to believe that they're the only person who does you any good. And so whereas the only person that does you any good, they have the right to do you some bad too. So if you're having fights with them, it's just for your own good. And if you actually have to say something in those fights, you're being unthankful, because he's the only, or he or she is the only person who will actually tell you the way things are. And why are you even putting up a fight? You should be thankful for that. You should be thankful for all the struggles, because eventually it will make you a better person. So this is another thing that narcissists always use against you. They want to make you a better person. You are not good the way you are, and you're having all those hardships because this person is so much above you, and they just want you to get on their level, and that's all. And if you're on that level, you will be happy, but you're not good now. And it's just for your own good that you level up. So this is actually what narcissists will always tell you. You're not good. I am above you. I'm smarter. I'm richer. I'm kinder. I'm more liked. I'm more famous. I'm more whatsoever. But don't worry. I will make you just as good as me. You just have to follow my rules. And then you will be good. And you know, the thing is that the thrill of narcissists is actually in those early stages. They're taking the thrill of, okay, how far can I push her? How far are you? Like, how far can I push you? How far can I get to shift your reality? And this is the most thrilling part for narcissists. So what's really sad is, like, in the later stages, is that they don't get a thrill out of you anymore. So they have to actually make their actions even worse to get a reaction out of you, because maybe you're used to be verbally abused. Maybe you're used to be called names. So this doesn't thrill narcissistic anymore. Maybe you even sadly get used to be physically abused. So this doesn't thrill the narcissistic person anymore. And if you don't get the exit, really bad things can happen, because their like tolerance gets higher and higher and higher and higher. And the thing is that there are two ways on this, like the situation will resolve itself if you don't leave. The first is, if you're lucky, this person loses interest in you, because maybe you're so manipulated and you're so like kind of like their sheep that they just lose interest and they will leave you. So, but I'm telling you, this is the good situation. The bad situation, or the bad ending, would be to actually push your boundaries even further, and even more further, until really bad things could happen. And this is like, and I'm sure you have had heard about like the worst endings of a narcissistic relationship. So it's very, very, very important to get out of this relationship. And I would tell you how. Like, in the first steps that you realized, I don't know how deep you are in your narcissistic relationship, and it doesn't actually matter. The first thing you have to do is go and get an exit plan. This is the most important point I would talk about. And the thing is, you can try to talk to a narcissist and try to end a relationship, but they will not let you, because you are actually all the thrill and the joy they have in their life, because you are their sheep and you are like their servant, and you are giving them the energy they feed off. So don't even try to end a relationship. It will even make things harder. If you have the possibility, then try to reconnect to your friends, try to reconnect to your family. And I'm telling you, if you feel ashamed right now, don't be. Those people are actually worrying about you, because they see what you don't see, and maybe they try to help you, maybe they try to reach out to you, or maybe they have just lost their hope. Maybe they didn't want to see you suffering anymore, and that's why they distant themselves. And their doors are actually always open for you. So please reach out to friends and family. If you don't have friends and family to reach out to like a local organization, and I'm sure there will be people that are helping you and listening to you. And the first step is actually to open up and know from my own experience that it's not like, it doesn't happen overnight to leave a narcissist, quite obviously, because you don't want to believe that a person will do you so much bad. And I actually have to say in defense that I think that also the narcissistic people don't actually see what they're doing to you. I think there are some people who know what they're doing, but I think there are a lot of broken narcissistic people out there that don't even know what they are doing to you. And if you ask them, later on, they will tell you that they have never done this and they will never have the intentions to do this, because I think that a lot of narcissistic people are actually sick and they don't know what they're doing. So let's see that you're both actually victims. And I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way to narcissistic abuse survivors, because I am also one, but I think it's like better for your health and your mental health to actually see yourself as a victim, but I also see the narcissistic person as victim, because you can make it out and you can make your life great again, but this narcissistic person will most likely always be a narcissistic person, and they will try to get another victim and it will be the same story. So actually be happy, because you're both victims and you can make it out and they can't. Anyways, reach out to somebody and just tell them how you feel. Tell them what's going on, and maybe it will take some months just opening up and actually realizing what was being done to you. Because for me, I could not actually believe that somebody would treat me that way. And I actually, until that day, I don't want to believe that this was intentional. I think that this person has had issues of themselves, and I'm not even angry right now that this was being done to me. I think it's a really big present, and maybe see it for yourself as a present to actually reclaim your strength and even get stronger and stronger, and actually to know for your future that this will never happen to you ever again. So open up to that person, tell them how you feel, and try to make an exit plan. Try to leave them when they don't expect it, because you don't know how this person will react. Maybe you are in a relationship where violence is actually included. Maybe violence has been done to you, and it doesn't matter at that point whether it's verbal or physical, because they both hurt the same. But let's say there actually was physical violence in your relationship, then you should really not try to confront that person, because it's dangerous and you don't know what's going to happen. So either way, exit silently. Try to be with a person you trust and try to reclaim and rebuild your life. It's always positive if you have money in your bank account to restart your life. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Really, the only thing that matters is that you make it out of that situation. And I'm here to tell you that you will make it out and you can make it out. And it doesn't matter the situation you're in. It doesn't matter how deep you are in that relationship and you think that you can never make it out because you cannot make it financially nor emotionally. I'm telling you, you can. You have just been gaslighted into this situation. And the most important thing you have to remember is that you are not the victim. You are the victim of the circumstances when they have met you. Because looking back, a lot of clients I work with, ask yourself, okay, how could I actually let them do that to me? How could I actually be so blind to fall into that trap? And the answer is really simple. They have hit you in a time where you least expect it. And they have hit you in a time where you have not been yourself. So really think about all the good times and things you have achieved in your life before this person came into your life. And this is you. You're not the victim of them. You're just a victim of the circumstances they have found you in. And it will be so easy to reclaim your energy once you get into the things you've loved before. Let's say for me, you start meeting your friends again. You start drinking your forbidden morning coffee whatsoever, and you will feel like yourself again. And it's the most important thing, is to feel like yourself again. You may not be yourself. You may have changed physically. You may have changed your city, your job, whatsoever. But the core of who you are and your beliefs are still there and cannot be taken from you. Always remember that there is something inside of you that a narcissist cannot take from you, and they will never be able to take that from you. And once you feel that again, life will unfold itself. But please have the strength to actually spot a narcissist and not blame yourself or actually the narcissist. It's just the way life goes, and it's just that you have been hit in a bad situation, and that's all. And your life will go on, and life is long, and life is beautiful, and you should never spend it with a person who tries to manipulate you into their ways, because you are your own person and you can reclaim your power. I'm sending you lots of good energy, and if you are interested in this topic, then stay on my channel, and I hope to help you out.